on with the video. Do you remember as a kid enjoying a choose your own adventure story? Basically, if you've forgotten or you never experienced it, it's where a story allows you to choose where it goes. It gives you a number of options. It was very exciting. You would be, let's say, a wizard, and you'd be walking down a dark corridor. On the video, or the DVD, or the book, or whatever it happened to be, they would allow you to either turn right, turn left, or keep going. Based on your decision, either the story would continue, you would die immediately, or you'd end up in a dark room with the Pope. That's what a choose your own adventure book was, and it was fun. It was enjoyable. But it seems choose your own adventure stories are so mainstream now that people do them every fucking day. But it's no longer in books or DVDs or libraries. It's all to do with gender. And that's why this video is called How to Choose Your Own Gender. Originally, there was men and women. Two genders. Then there was intersex, a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B, bit of pussy and cock, nice. Then there was men, women, bit of column A, column B, and then no gender. Okay. Then all of a sudden there was 57 fucking genders. Then like 2 months later there was infinite genders. Basically you wake up and however you feel that day, that's what gender you are. And if you want to make up a word, then you can be that gender. Which I understand doesn't really matter. But when you demand that everyone respect your gender and you've made it up that morning, you can fuck off. Gender now is not important. It's a big fuck around. It's ridiculous. It's like a menu at a restaurant that has too many menu items. You don't know where to go. If you're a young, confused person, you don't know what to fucking choose. Take this, for example. Ego gender. A gender that is so personal to your experience, it can only be described as you. What the fuck does that even mean? How narcissistic are you that you think people give a fuck about what you say that much that you will create your ego gender and it's only about you because you're so important? Let me give you a fucking hot tip. You're not important. Shut up. Maybe you're an ecosexual. Ecosexuals believe having sex with the earth could save it. This is a Vice article and bravo to them, they're killing it once again. We've seen protests about the climate change and no one has even suggested fucking the earth. I mean, how does fucking the earth work? Do you jerk off into a puddle? Do you do it into where a plant is growing? What happens here? I must know. If you happen to find yourself in Sydney this week, you could have a unique opportunity to have sex with the earth. Wow. Usually when I find myself in Sydney, I find myself wanting to jump off the Sydney Harbour fucking bridge because the traffic is atrocious and the city is dull as shit. Created by artists Lauren Crommeyer and Ian Sinclair of Pony Express, who described the work to me, not to me, to the article fucking writer or journalist, as a no-holds-barred extravaganza meant to dissolve the barriers between species as we descend into oblivion. Some people just shouldn't be heard. Once again, I cannot see how a man jizzing in a garden saves the earth. Like, don't get me wrong, I've been jerking off into my veggie patch for years and my kumquat is flourishing. But I don't think it's going to defeat fossil fuels. The fact of the matter remains, there are so many people on the internet who base their entire lives and personalities around what gender they have created and aspire to live their entire lives as. And you expect everyone to give you positive feedback, and if you don't receive that positive feedback, then you freak out. I think it's a terrible way to live your life to wait for everyone else to give you a reason to be happy. But you know what? It's so popular right now, it's actually become a profession. Yes, this comes from the University of Melbourne, a senior advisor of gender affirmation. $108,000 a year to $116,000 a year plus 10% super or 11%, something like that. What the fuck does the day of a gender affirmer even look like? Yeah, g'day, what do you want to be? Yep, sweet, you're one of those. You want to be one of those too? Wonderful. Ecosexual gender? Fuck yeah, bros, go and get them. And this is from the same university who during COVID sacked 450 people because they didn't have enough money but they got $116,000 to pay to a gender affirming officer. Fuck you. So I thought something fun for this video was to go and This website's great, by the way. It's called LGBTA Wiki, and they've got over 1,300 genders and sexualities defined on there, and I thought we could have a look at them. They've also got their own little cute flags, which is nice. Okay, let's start with sapphic gender, also known as woman-loving woman, WLW, girl-loving girls, pansexual, bi, omnisexual, queer, defemnia, or sapphist refers to a woman or woman-aligned and or non-binary individual, so just not a man, okay, who is attracted to women exclusively or not. So a lesbian. Why do you need another fucking definition? Neptunic or Neptunic. Let's go with that. Is the attraction to women, feminine or non-binary individuals, or neutral or non-binary individual. It can also be described as an attraction to all genders except men, so lesbians, and or man-aligned, masculine-aligned, non-binary individuals. So lesbians. Fuck me!
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Feel free to hire me, Melbourne Uni. I'd fucking nail this job. All right. A nilquingender, pronounced nilquingender, thank you, is extremely contradictory gender that is both nothing and something. Fuck off. Fuck off. It is a gender, but not a gender. How beautifully confusing. It's an apple, but it's also a potato. It's my cock, but it's my foot. Here's my finger, but it's my asshole. They do smell similar. If it's something but it's not that something, then why label it? Are you that desperate to come up with something in your Instagram bio that makes you interesting that you have to make up a fucking word? To use this example from null gender, there's no cup and no water, but there's a cup and water as well. Shut the fuck up. Nomen gender describes someone whose gender is everything and anything but male, more commonly known as a woman. A maxi girl. Probably wear maxi pads. I tell you what, back in my day going out in Newcastle, there was a few maxi girls getting around. Hey. Fat chicks. I'm talking about fat chicks. Half-binary. Half-binary is a gender identity that is particularly binary and partially non-binary and or identifying at least partially as one or both binary genders. Write that down. Funny dog gender is an exclusive gender and the feeling of it can be quite complex. I bet it will be. As one can feel like they have no gender or all genders at the same time or be somewhere in between. This is often characterized by feelings of tiredness and or contentment. If one is funny dog gender, then their sexuality is detached from their gender. One can only be funny dog gender if they are they're autistic. Got it. I think this whole thing is autism. All of it autism. I miss the good old days where parents would just beat the shit out of their kids for carrying on like this. Fuck me, Dad. Feyen gender is a gender that is feminine, masculine, and androgynous all at once, but mostly feminine. Like what the fuck is happening to kids? Are they not getting wooden spoons anymore? Is this the change that's happened? They're just getting praised for their gender choices? This shit, although funny, it's bad. Hopefully it's just a phase and they will grow out of it, but there is a part of me that fears that because everyone's like, yeah, no, that's you, you need to be there, they may not. We shouldn't take people seriously when they come to us and say, I'm web gender swap, a gender in which an individual swaps between a given gender and genders on the internet and a different gender or genders in person. That is not brave, that is fucking stupid. Get a fucking job or a hobby, anything. Ride a pony, I don't give a shit, just something. Ladies and gentlemen, there are so many of these genders on LGBTQIA+ wiki. Please do me a favor and leave your favorite in the comment section down below.